Understanding high frame rates. So depending on the footage that you're going to be playing with and editing in the future, this may or may not affect you to a certain level. If you remember, we've brought in our 7 videos and we have it in a bin right here labeled videos. If we double click into there, as you can see, we're in icon mode right now. Doesn't give us much information. If we hover over, it will bring up some information. However, if we go to the list view, remember we have the information that we have selected that we want. We currently have frame rate and video duration. The information that we're looking at right now is this part, the frame rate. Everything here under the pizza oven 1 through to 7 is 100 frames per second. That's important because when we go to the next chapter and we're setting our sequence, because our sequence will be set at 25 frames per second, a quarter of this. The reason why this is important is because Adobe Premiere Pro is very clever at working with videos of differing frame rates. This matters or doesn't matter as much or as little as you want. I'm just going to drag in another piece of footage. You won't have this. This is just a random piece of footage that I have created. This is another video that I have made in my YouTube channel. I'm not using any of my client work in this tutorial purely because it was a paying client and it's not really right to use their footage. However, this piece of footage is from a review for a lens I did, and as you can see straight and right there, it's 25 frames per second. The only other difference is, rather than all the videos that you have, which is 1920 by 1080, which is HD, I have 3840 by 2160, which is 4K. This, when dragged into a 25 frame per second timeline, will play at 25 frames per second in real time. This, when dragged into a 25 frames per second timeline, will still play in real time. And that's what we're looking at right now. Because the higher the frame rate, the more you can actually do with the footage.